big number of dissatisfied Kenyans decided to occupy State House or even burn it down, that would be absolutely legal and justifiable under the law. The reason why you're flabbergasted by my statement is because you view the Constitution as just an absolute piece of written document, while there's a whole legal philosophy behind its creation, especially on the power of the people. So that is why this forceful idea of regulating protests can never be actually practical. So the drafters of our Constitution always imagine the worst about a government, that there will possibly come a time when the government will extremely abuse power, that even the institution like the police created in the Constitution they are drafting will not save the citizens. So these drafters did two things to protect the citizens against this possibility. So number two will be most important one in this discussion. So number one, they create Article 1 of the Constitution that is based on John Locke's philosophy of social contract. So this legal philosophy puts out that the Constitution is a social contract between the people and the government. So basically, in this contract, all power belongs to the people. So they donate a chunk of that power to a small group of individuals, whom we call the state, for them to protect our natural rights, and in return, we pay these people with our taxes. So if the state abuses power and violates the contract, the people can tear that contract by resisting, rebelling, or even overthrowing the government to restore a system that aligns with the social contract, which is the Constitution. That's why the drafters say in Article 1 that all sovereign power belongs to the people. So the people can take that power from the state, but they don't tell you how you can do it. So this means that occupying or even burning down State House can be a symbolic and practical act of reclaiming sovereignty. And in fact, in Article 2 of Article 1, they also further tell you that you can exercise this sovereignty directly, but they still don't tell you how you can do it. Number two, the drafters of the Constitution made the provisions of Article 37 on the right to protest to be vague with minimal or unclear restrictions, so that they can enable the possibility of a popular revolution to arise out of those protests in anticipation of potential abuse of power. So they didn't want any restrictive provisions like banning protests in State House or providing exact location for protests, because they knew it would prevent legitimate resistance arising out of these protests. So most people need to understand that when it comes to a popular revolution, most laws don't actually apply. Even all these restrictive measures that they're saying that you cannot go 100 meters close to the parliament, they don't actually become practical when it comes to a popular revolution. So you can imagine 1 million people marching towards a restricted area. Would you shoot all of them? That is what this philosophy envisages, that if a huge number of people are dissatisfied about a government, there is no practical and possible way of restricting that kind of movement.